With the two examples provided, the one on the left, you can see we have 2 days of volume profiles. Now, remember, the star is effectively where the market closed the day before, with the orange area being the value area, or the volume value, the area in which buyers and sellers agreed on fair price. Now, as you can see, the O, or that the little blue box there, that is effectively where the market opened the next session. And what we can see is that not only did it open, fractionally below the previous day's close, or even fractionally, below the previous day's most accepted price, which is the volume point of control. So we can see this market is kind of opened exactly where it closed on the previous day. So we're firmly in balance. The market is, it's opened and it said, well, we're still in the same area where we accepted prices the previous day. And again, remember what I said to you, when we open in balance, there's a high probability the market's going to continue to balance until it gets further information. As you'll see in this example, the market had an almost completely overlapping value area. So for the second day in a row, the market accepted, buyers and sellers accepted the same set of prices as it did in the previous session. So as you can see, a real lack of volatility and opportunity when the markets are in balance. Again, note, when I talk about a lack of opportunity, I don't necessarily mean we cannot make money. Of course we can. But the likelihood for initiative type price action, aggressive volatile price action, is reduced. And that, understanding that mere fact means that we need to turn our attention away from momentum aggressive type pattern plays to more sort of passive and rotational type pattern plays. And again, we will develop these strategies as we head toward the back end of this module, as well as module 3. The second example is where we open out of balance. Now note, we can see by the orange area, that's where the previous day's value was accepted. We then opened right at the high end of the previous day's range. So straight away the market is out of balance, it's unsure, there's a lot of, almost panic, people are not sure what to make of it because, we accepted prices a lot lower on the previous day and now suddenly we're trading much, much higher prices. So there's a lot of two-way indecision, a lot more participants are now dragged in and forced to respond to these higher prices. And that creates volatility. And that creates the potential for opportunity. Now, what I will say as a rule of thumb, when a market tends to open out of balance, we do tend to get a little bit more volatility. Note, not necessarily volume, but volatility. So we tend to get a lot of more sort of what is seemingly aggressive up and down moves. Now, let's move to the next section, which is the opening trade.